Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. Prince William just sent an ultimatum over Prince Harry's debt scandal after King Charles's last wish. An intimate source indicates that Prince William established a last stipulation for Prince Harry's return to the UK after King Charles' ultimate desire during his critical health issue. This incites anger in Harry. The British monarchy is confronting unparalleled problems in a developing situation that has captivated the country. King Charles, 76, is now facing a significant health problem. The side effects of his continuous cancer treatment necessitated hospitalization on a typically tranquil April morning, causing significant alarm inside both the palace and the country. Simultaneously, behind the elaborate doors of Buckingham Palace, a profound familial discord has arisen. In a manner reminiscent of historical royal conflicts, Prince Harry has submitted a formal appeal to his sick father for financial support to alleviate a substantial debt and address the repercussions of a controversy that has compromised his philanthropic endeavors. Concurrently, Prince William, the designated successor, has established stringent prerequisites for any reconciliation. Insiders assert that Harry must return to the UK devoid of royal titles and achieve complete financial autonomy. The crisis, imbued with human anguish and institutional turmoil, is poised to reshape the destiny of the crown. The monarch's health emergency, an astonishing development. Disquieting news disrupted the serene facade of Buckingham Palace on that momentous April morning. King Charles, who has long borne the burden of national responsibility and personal challenges, was hospitalized due to serious side effects from his planned cancer treatment. In a statement issued by Buckingham Palace, authorities clarified that while the therapy was related to his continuing struggle with an unspecified kind of illness, unforeseen consequences necessitated emergency medical supervision. Although the adverse effects were transient, they were sufficiently severe to necessitate the cancellation of his afternoon commitments. Observers outside the palace described an atmosphere of subdued apprehension. Visitors congregated around the palace steps, placing fresh flowers and sincere inscriptions in quiet homage. The nation seemed to momentarily halt, collectively hopeful for our king's rapid recuperation, said one observer. After many hours of vigilant observation, palace sources revealed that the king returned to the relative comfort of Clarence House in London. The episode emphasizes how unstable even the most prestigious institutions can be, even though medical professionals keep a cautiously optimistic assessment of his overall health. A heritage of endurance, historical significance, and monarchical continuity. This situation has historical precedents. The British monarchy, entrenched in centuries of tradition, has endured upheavals, including abdications, wars, scandals, and abrupt health crises. History serves as a testament to perseverance. In the early 1950s, as King George's health deteriorated, his daughter Princess Elizabeth progressively undertook more public duties, a shift that would ultimately characterize contemporary royal leadership. As Queen Elizabeth aged, a more cautious approach to her public appearances became necessary, leading her successors to assume more obligations to maintain the institution's continuation. Parliament has recently revised the norms governing royal succession and the transmission of official responsibilities. The appointed councillors of state, traditionally including the Queen, the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Sussex, the Duke of York, and Princess Beatrice, are now subject to increased examination to guarantee the stability of the crown during crises. This legal and historical framework is now essential in overseeing King Charles's health and the intricate conversations occurring inside the palace. Prince William's deliberate reaction, protecting the institution shortly after the news of the king's illness circulated throughout Britain, another equally significant event occurred inside the palace. The historical perception of Prince William as the embodiment of duty and the potential stability of the monarchy has thrust him into the spotlight. William had the challenging responsibility of balancing his father's desire to reintegrate Prince Harry with the need to maintain the institution's integrity in a series of confidential, high-level discussions with top advisors and trusted individuals from the Church of England. Insiders indicate that William's reply consisted of a series of stringent stipulations designed to safeguard the crown's prestige. The conditions communicated in secret meetings include Prince Harry must return to the United Kingdom only as a private person, devoid of any royal titles. He must relinquish all royal titles. No, His Royal Highness, and no formal acknowledgement as the Duke of Sussex. This policy aims to clearly distinguish Harry's function from the formal royal institution. Financial independence In a remarkable development, William has insisted that Harry address all his own financial responsibilities autonomously. Speculation indicates that the request entails resolving a symbolic debt of $21 billion, a sum that, although mostly figurative, signifies the substantial financial and reputational toll resulting from previous expenditures and conflicts associated with his public endeavors. Severance from royal charity. Most controversially, Prince Harry must entirely dissociate from any philanthropic endeavors associated with the royal emblem. This condition aims to mitigate future harm to the monarchy's reputation, given the ongoing difficulties surrounding his charitable endeavors. These rigorous safeguards, however harsh, show William's profound apprehension that a conditional return of Prince Harry may rekindle past grievances and undermine public trust in the institution. William's approach transcends mere family discipline. It is a calculated endeavor to guarantee that any reunion occurs on his terms and does not jeopardize the enduring stability of the crown. Prince Harry's audacious appeal, seeking redemption and financial support. In the midst of palace discussions, Prince Harry has made a decisive move that has heightened the drama. The Duke of Sussex formally requested financial aid in a meticulously composed letter to King Charles. His appeal is dual: to eliminate the symbolic $21 billion debt, and to assist him in navigating the repercussions of a controversy that has persistently marred his philanthropic efforts. For years, people viewed Prince Harry's contributions to the philanthropic sector as inventive and kind. However, public controversy quickly tarnished his endeavors, as detractors alleged mismanagement and scrutinized his intentions. Faced with the escalating repercussions of these controversies, Harry seems to have acknowledged that redemption entails a significant personal sacrifice. "I do not desire a restoration of previous privileges," he allegedly stated, "but rather an opportunity to start afresh, a chance to rectify my standing and restore trust." His appeal for financial support is, therefore, not merely a solicitation for funds, it is a recognition of accountability and a call to initiate a process of authentic reform. The sum of $21 billion, however symbolic, has significant importance. To Prince William and palace officials, it signifies the aggregate cost of previous opulence and disputes a weight that Harry must endure if he wants to repair fractured family relationships and reintegrate into the institution. By stipulating this amount as a prerequisite, William conveys an unequivocal message: any reconciliation must include complete responsibility. The psychological burden, a family in distress. The ongoing turmoil at Buckingham Palace has exerted an emotional strain on all those concerned. The monarch, despite his physical debilitation due to sickness, now confronts the emotional turmoil of a fractured family. In quiet times at Clarence House, reports indicate that King Charles conveyed a sincere desire for peace. "I have consistently envisioned a day when our family would be reunited and complete," he was overheard stating, his tone laden with remorse and melancholy. For Prince William, the problem is both professional and personal. His meticulous stipulation of conditions for Harry's readmission reflects the distressing recollections of a formerly intimate sibling bond, now tainted by public scandal and personal alienation. Palace sources characterize William as having had several sleepless nights deliberating the balance between reconciliation and the need to safeguard the institution's prestige. "Each decision we make today will resonate through future generations," said a top advisor. The profound animosity and anguish now overshadow every discourse inside the royal corridors between the two brothers, who were previously united after their mother's death. Prince Harry is at a pivotal juncture. His official request for financial assistance is both an acknowledgement of previous errors and a sincere attempt at atonement. Conceding to his brother's stipulations means relinquishing any claim to royal privilege, a sacrifice that significantly alters his personality. The divide between the brothers, exacerbated by years of public disputes and divergent narratives, now presents itself as both an unbridgeable gulf and a possible pathway to reconciliation, contingent upon Harry's willingness to assume responsibility. Public attitude across the United Kingdom reflects the differences present inside the palace. Since the announcement of King Charles' hospitalization, compassion has erupted. Crowds have gathered outside Buckingham Palace, placing flowers and lighting candles in quiet homage to the ill monarch. However, despite these sincere efforts, the issue surrounding Prince Harry's request has sparked intense discussion. In the vibrant cafes of London and the serene pubs of the countryside, folks are expressing their opinions. Some contend that personal conflicts ought not to influence the monarchy, asserting that managing Prince Harry's homecoming requires meticulous prudence. The crown is not a familial institution where personal transgressions are overlooked, remarked one commentator online. Conversely, others perceive Harry's audacious appeal as an essential move toward accountability and reform. Should he be prepared to confront his past and embrace responsibility, then there may be potential for a new beginning, another commentator remarked. Social media platforms have evolved into contemporary arenas for discourse. Hashtags like Royal Redemption and No More Royal Privileges have gained traction alongside appeals for unity and reconciliation. This polarized public sentiment illustrates the emotional intricacies of the situation and the persistent challenge of reconciling tradition with modern accountability. Within the palace, discreet dialogues and the burden of heritage. Within the confines of Buckingham Palace, high-ranking officials and veteran staff have engaged in rigorous, confidential deliberations. In discreet dialogues within private drawing rooms, advisors have contemplated the enduring ramifications of Prince Harry's appeal and the stringent stipulations established by Prince William. Speaking anonymously, one aide remarked, "Every decision we make now will influence the future of this institution. It transcends mere reputation. It concerns the preservation of a legacy that endures for centuries." A palace insider articulated, "The imposition of stringent conditions is not punitive. It serves as a protective measure. We have a legacy to maintain, and every action we undertake will resonate through history." The discussions indicate that, although there is a yearning for familial reconciliation, the paramount concern remains the stability and integrity of the crown. While King Charles recuperates at Clarence House, discussions among palace personnel have shifted to the personal ramifications of the crisis. The king's susceptibility has compelled many to acknowledge the human cost of royal obligations. This transcends a mere political or public relations matter. It pertains to family, honor, and the enduring legacies of our history, remarked a senior official. Global responses and international consequences. The evolving situation inside the British royal family has garnered global interest. Media organizations in Europe and North America are meticulously observing the issue, making comparisons to other past royal crises. In the United States, where Prince Harry has stayed for an extended period, experts are notably fascinated by his appeal for financial support, seeing it as an indication of fragility and a readiness to assume responsibility. A prominent European royal analyst said in a major publication, "The British monarchy has consistently reflected the era in which it exists. Currently, as internal conflicts emerge and individual shortcomings are exposed, we observe a significant evolution within an institution that has shaped a period. This global discourse highlights that the ramifications of these choices reach well beyond the palace confines. They contribute to a larger narrative concerning tradition, modernity, and accountability. Reconciling tradition and modernity, the prospects of the monarchy. As the situation intensifies, the future of the British monarchy remains precariously uncertain. The stringent restrictions established by Prince William, along with the emblematic $21 billion debt, and Prince Harry's earnest appeal, create a multifaceted array of obstacles. These issues compel the royal family to address its history while also establishing a foundation for a future that necessitates contemporary responsibility and openness. Senior palace advisors have begun discussions over prospective changes in secret meetings. This circumstance may compel us to modernize the monarchy in manners that have long been necessary, said a seasoned counsel. The prospect of reorganizing public functions and financial arrangements is now under consideration, an initiative that might transform the relationship between the crown and its constituents. For several individuals inside the palace, the paramount worry is evident. The institution's existence hinges on its capacity to adapt while respecting centuries of history. "We are stewards of a legacy that transcends generations," commented a long-serving staff member. "Every decision we make today is evaluated in light of that significant responsibility." With King Charles's health still precarious and the family divided by conflict, the next days will be pivotal in shaping not just Prince Harry's position within the family, but also the destiny of the whole monarchy. A country unified in optimism and prudence. Citizens around the United Kingdom are observing these developments with a mixture of optimism and apprehension. Public displays of allegiance to King Charles' candlelight vigils, floral tributes at royal homes, and collective prayers reflect a profound attachment to the institution. However, behind these poignant demonstrations, there exists a prevailing feeling of caution. The discussions in cafes, on public transportation, and across social media exemplify a national discourse over the monarchy's future. This transcends a mere familial dispute. It pertains to the essence of our nation, said a London resident. Citizens know that every royal conflict and internal circumstance can change the history of a long-enduring institution. The hope is that the family's internal injuries may eventually heal, enabling the crown to persist as a symbol of continuity, dignity, and national pride. The human toll of monarchical responsibility. This dilemma fundamentally concerns the human toll of public service. King Charles, despite his royal demeanor, is a parent confronting the stark reality of age and disease. His intimate moments of weakness, disclosed just to his closest aides, illustrate the impact that years of service and public scrutiny have exacted on him. "I desire nothing more than to see my family united once more," he said in a rare moment of honesty at Clarence House. For Prince William, the burden of impending monarchy seemed more substantial than ever before. His choices to place stringent restrictions on Prince Harry's homecoming are intended not merely to safeguard the institution, but also to acknowledge the sad lessons of history. The schism between the brothers, previously reconciled through collective grief and reciprocal fondness, now manifests as both a calamity and a potential turning point. Prince Harry's official appeal for financial support signifies his search for atonement, acknowledging that the cost of reintegrating with the family may be considerable. A pivotal moment for the monarchy. As Britain prepares for perhaps the most tumultuous era in its royal history, the ongoing drama is seen not only as a familial conflict, but as a critical juncture for the institution itself. The health problems of King Charles, the stringent demands of Prince William, and Prince Harry's audacious request for assistance are together influencing a future where tradition must align with contemporary responsibility. Each choice made in the coming days, every private discussion inside the palace, every public declaration issued will determine whether the crown can emerge from this crisis more robust, cohesive, and equipped for the difficulties of contemporary times. Under conclusion, the prospects of royalty under ambiguous circumstances. The situation at Buckingham Palace illustrates that even the esteemed British monarchy is susceptible to the intricacies of contemporary existence. As King Charles contends with health issues and his family members confront historical grudges and future anticipations, the country awaits the resolution with keen interest. The destiny of the crown hinges on the bravery and will of its leaders to address personal shortcomings, accept responsibility, and guide a historic institution into an era of transparency and modernity. The British populace now clings to optimism for healing and reconciliation, aspiring that the scars of history may eventually mend and that the monarchy's legacy, established through centuries of tradition, may continue to illuminate the future. Buckingham Palace is the center of attention as the situation unfolds. The decisions taken at these critical periods will undoubtedly reverberate through history, influencing both the destinies of individual royals and the enduring legacy of an institution that has consistently transformed itself in response to adversity. Thank you for seeing the video. Kindly share your opinions, and farewell for now.